with 814 Lindsay Games Johnstown's high scores from February 26th through March 4th. Some real nice bowling this week. Let's get started. The Sunday Night Mutts League. James Blair with a 209. Brian Klein with a 221 game on his way to a 610 series. And Gio Blair with a 241 game. On the women's side, Ashley Zabura with a 169 and Janet Chippy with a 174 scratch game.
In the Monday morning Alley Cats League, Emily Boxler had a 205 game with a 498 series.
In the Monday Night Penelec League, Josh Blackford with a 209 game and Scott Strensky with a 216 game.
In the Monday Night Portage Area 10-Pin League, Red M had a 247 game with a 600 series, and Andy Andreo Jr. had a 222 game with a 605 series.
Monday Night Businessmen, real nice scores. Sean Stifler with a 246 game. Sean Wonderling with a 246 game and a 645 series. Sean Springer with a 248 game. Tom Fritz with a 639 series. And they were led by Larry Parks with a 265 game on his way to a scratch 671.
In the Tuesday morning Dogwood Hits League, Sheila Freeman bowled a 180 game and Joyce G had a 453 series.
In the Tuesday Toppers League, Kathy Newcomer with a 167 game and Bonnie Samuel with a 177 game.
In the Tuesday Night 10-Pins League on the men's side, Dan Carball had a 264 game with a 682 series. Jared M. bowled a 234 game with a 672 series. Dave Berkey had a 246 game and Josh Bardo had a 617 series. And for the women's side, Mary Lou Murray had a 213 game. Pam Shiley had a 208 game, and Alexis Baldwin had a 188 game.
In the Thursday Night Mixed League, Tammy Honkis with a 153 game and Ashley Burkhart with a 160 scratch game. On the men's side, Bruce Thomas with a 203, Brian Burkhart with a 217, and Tom Grumbling with a 219.
In the Wednesday morning Domestic Engineers League, Becky Sarver had a 178 game. Shirley Dickert had a 170 game with a 453 series, and Sue Cornell had a 152 game.
The Wednesday Night Shamrocks League, Mary Lou Murray with a 201 game, Ron Kramer with a 215 game, and Ron also had a 637 series.
In the Wednesday Nighters Mixed League on the men's side, Tom Sabo bowled a 209 game and Carl Dykeman bowled a 204 game. And on the women's side, Terry G had a 212 game with a 518 series.
In the Thursday Night Teachers League, Brett Wallet with a 223 game, Joe Stiles with a 228 game, and Fred Nixon with a 253 game. Joe also had a 601 series, and Fred had a 659 scratch series.
In the Wednesday Night High Priority League, Lucas Cornpros had a 256 game with a 631 series. Mike Finnegan had a 243 game with a 636 series, and Jeff Burns had a 239 game with a 639 series.
In the Thursday Night Sportsman's League, Brian Klein continued his good bowling with a 236 game. Craig C. with a 256 game. And Randy Wingard with a 256 game. Keaton with a 643 series. Randy had a 666 series. And Gary Bigham with a 678 scratch series.
In the Friday Night Sandbaggers League on the men's side, Paul Hoffer had a 235 game with a 665 series. Paul Freeman had a 220 game, and Dan McInnes had a 202 game. And on the women's side, Heather R. had a 149 game with a 415 series.
More high scoring in the Friday Night Men's League. Larry Beamer Jr. with a 246 game and a 688 series. That was the high series from all of our leagues last week. Barry Reynolds had a 275 game on his way to a 628 series. Larry Parks had a 644 series. And the high game for the week, Brandon Swope with a 276.
In the Friday Night Middle of the Road League, on the men's side, Bobby Antisberger had a 231 game, Rob Pollock had a 225 game, and Luke Kornpros had a 216 game. And on the women's side, Kelly Kornpros had a 168 game, Rhonda Krentz had a 166 game, and Teresa Meyer had a 162 game.
In the Youth League, Brady with a 193, Zach with a 200 game, and Lucas with a 233 game. Alexis with a 107, Cheyenne with a 112, and Olivia with a 116 game. We do have our Summer League information on our website, 814leadsandgames.com. And then on the league side, you can see all the different summer leagues that we'll be offering. We're offering a Sunday night Pirates League. It's open to all families, as well as some sport shot leagues and our very popular Wednesday night No Tap League. The forms are also available in our marketing center inside our building. You can ask the front desk if you need any help. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week. Until then, good luck in high scores.